Welcome back, everyone. Staring from
Our
Staring
fail
Gaming
is
here.
a foe worth fighting. Prove your valor. Slay the beast and my reward is yours.
As I was saying, welcome back. Today we're running Halls of Valor. This is one of the dungeons you had early access
Long
to.
have I awaited noble champions to enter my realm. Behold, the Halls of Valor. This place will test your mettle. And if you are found worthy, the Aegis of Agramar will be yours.
Okay, I believe he's done talking now. As I was saying, Halls of Valor was accessible as one of the first dungeons in Legion. As you can see, there are 5 boss fights. We're just going to jump right into it. Sit back and enjoy. As we were coming up to the first boss, Heimdall. As seen, the abilities here are Bloodletting Sweep, which will swipe at all enemies in a frontal cone, inflicting physical damage, reducing healing by 25, and it additionally causes a bleed that does physical damage every 2 seconds for 4 seconds. Dancing Blade is when he throws out a blade towards a random player. Upon landing, the blade starts to whirl, and anyone caught inside it will take damage every 2 seconds while within the zone. Horn of Valor, he'll blast his horns dealing physical damage and summoning up these storm drakes here that will breathe lightning on his enemies. Now you'll know which pathway they'll choose. There's 3 here. You'll see the ground start to rumble, I guess is best called. As long as you're not standing in there or get hit by it, you don't have to worry. We'll get right into it.
The undeserving will perish.
There's Dancing Blade right there.
Resist! Fight to the last!
As he does move
The
around.
blood of the unworthy will flow through these halls.
See the storm drakes targeting right there. And as you see, there's little lightning tornadoes that are coming out. More or less, that's all the abilities. Pretty simple. Pretty easy to avoid.
The blood of the unworthy. The battle well fought.
As you get it down to about 10%, you win. And then he drops his loot.
Before you lies your next trial. Defeat both Persia and Fenrir, and you will have proven your worth to me.
Now, you can actually choose which way you go. You can either go to the left, which is Herjol, or to the right, which is Vineyard. Now, hunters can actually tame Vineyard, but they have to do this solo. Which back then, you had to do it on, I believe, Mythic, if I remember right. And you had to do it solo. So you had to take out Heimdall, which was pretty easy, honestly, even back on a Mythic Hunter run. Then you need to make sure you had camouflage, sneak your way to that portal, do what you had to do, and kill all the wolves in that area and just try to take out Fenrir on your own. If you successfully did it, you would defeat Fenrir, but then you come out of the portal that's in his area and go back in. And when you go to his cave, he'll be there as a neutral ad, which lets you tame.
Through great deeds of courage and valor, Persia has earned this most sacred of rights. She shall ascend as one of my chosen Valkyr, and her name shall echo in these gilded halls for all eternity.
Nervous, Persia? It is understandable if...
I am not nervous, only excited. All my life has led to this one glorious moment.
Spoken like a true Valkyr. Mortal intruders approach.
I witnessed their deeds in Stormheim. Their kind has no true honor, no true virtue.
I will purge them from these sacred halls myself.
The ritual is not yet complete.
Well, to get this boss initiated, you gotta take out these 2 rune callers, I guess you could call them.
Not deny Hersha's ascendance.
And as you can see,
The light
spirits will come
shines
out.
eternal in you, Hersha. You sully this ritual with your presence, mortals. Hersha, the fury of the storm is yours to command.
There she goes. She ascended, and now she's ready to fight. Herjal, her abilities are Shield of Light. She'll charge her shield with light, launching a person at a target, inflicting holy damage and knocking everyone back within the line of damage. It's easy to avoid this. Now, Mystic Empowerments. These are affected depending on where she is standing. Basically, if you have her in this central area, she's going to get from these enhancements from both. Now, if you take her to one of them, she'll get... If you take her over here to Solstin, she'll get Thunder. If you take her over to Omir, she gets Holy. Now, back then, you need to alternate where she was, because after time, these would increase over time, giving her more damage. But let's go into the Mystic Empowerment of Thunder. While in range of Solstin, she gets empowered with thunderous power, enabling her to cast Eye of the Storm and Alchemy Bolt. Every 4 seconds, she'll be further empowered, increasing the damage of both abilities by 10. Now, on Mythic, these slowly fade away while she's not currently being empowered by him. Now, Eye of the Storm, she creates a lightning storm that inflicts nature damage every 1.5 seconds for 9 seconds. Standing with the eye reduces the damage you take. Arcing Bolt, she'll just create an arc of lightning that leaps up 5 times, inflicting nature damage to every target. Now, Mystic Empowerment of Holy, while she's in range of this guy, she gets this power, which increases every 4 seconds she's there, increasing the damage by 10. Just like on Mythic, when she's away from him, this will slowly fade away. Now, the Holy abilities are known as Sanctify, which will create orbs of holy light that radiate out in all directions. Touching an orb will do holy damage and trigger another burst of holy damage to hit all players. Expel Light shall enhance a player's to radiate a burst of light after 3 seconds, inflicting damage to anyone within 8 yards. Now, in Mythic, after this burst, it bounces off to another player. We're gonna taunt.
I will not fail you, Aegir!
And we're gonna keep her in the central area.
Begone from these hallowed halls!
Here is Expel Light. Now this is Sanctified. And as you can see, she's gaining these abilities. We're gonna run her over here, and you'll see that these slowly dissipate off her. I see it slowly dissipating off her as about 2 stacks every 5 seconds. Here is Eye of the Storm. While I'm in here, I take reduced damage. Now if I stepped out, I'd be taking some big damage. I see on Mythic you had to alternate what she had, because the damage would stack up pretty fast.
I am sorry, Aegir. I have failed you.
Now she's just unconscious, so you don't have to worry, you didn't kill her. Now we're gonna head over to Finir. While we're on our way there, we'll look up his abilities. Claw Frenzy, he'll lash out, doing physical damage split between all enemies within 12 yards. This attack always ignores all armor. Unnerving Howl, it lets loose a howl, interrupting all casting. Now on Mythic, after being wounded, Unnerving Howl will call 3 Ebon-Claw wargs to assist. Now these are on Heroic and above. Now, this increases damage for each member of the nearby pack, so the initial 3 that are called, if they're grouped together, will all have a 60% damage increase. Ravenous Sleep, Fenrir will leap to random players, inflicting physical damage, additional, causing a bleed effect to stay on the target for every 3 seconds. Scent of Blood is a deadly ability. Now, this is a fixate that he'll target a random player. You do not want to get caught by him when you are fixated, unless you're a tank. Here's the Fields of Internal
The
Hunt.
mighty Fenrir stalks these grounds. It will take cunning and guile to slay this beast. A perfect test of your worthiness.
All you have to do is follow the trail here. Either goes off towards that direction or this direction, so you just gotta follow the footprints here. Or the tracks, depending how you want it. Paw prints, footprints, tracks. Footprints wouldn't be right. So, just tracks. Now, you fight Fenrir here. You don't kill, just wound. As you can see, you get it knocked down to roughly 60% of his health. He'll become wounded and run off to his den. Now, I think I damaged him a little too quickly, so he's a little glitched, but he should be running off towards the den. As you can see, he's already right there licking his wounds. There he goes. Ah. Now, see, we have a ward quest here. Ardenfell, the Bear King. Now, there's actually 2 that can spawn in here. One could be a rare over here, or another will be the bear. We got the bear. The Bear King. So we're just going to run over here because it's extra money. If you're always looking for gold, I would advise you to go back to Legion. These world quests and such, you can get some nice gold farming in on this. Now we're just gonna run in here and kill this boss, mini boss called.
Hero, once more you have proven your valor to me.
Now to actually gain this in, you gotta take out the last boss here. Gonna taunt Fenrir here. Let him use some of the abilities, of course. As you can see, here are the Evan balls. And I was wrong about earlier. Apparently, they only 3 of them you only get 2 stacks, which gives them 40%. Now, if there's more than nearby, it increases. As you can see, I'm fixated, so he's chasing me down with Scent of Blood. And Ravenous Sleep leaves this bleed effect on you during the whole fight. Let's see if we can increase this. Yep, it goes up. So we're gonna toss this here. Down goes Fenrir.
You have earned my blessing, champions. I look forward to meeting you within the Hall of Glory.
Now we're gonna head up to meet Odin and claim the Aegis. But after a little bit of after a nice little mini boss fight, you'll be able to get the Aegis, but then you'll be interrupted. As you can see, after you take out these 2 bosses on this area, you actually get a speed boost that's even faster than your mount. And you'll get access to this gate. As you can see,
Throughout your trials, You have demonstrated strength, skill, and intellect. Traits shared by the greatest of our Vrykul kings. Now, you will face them in combat. Emerge victorious, and you may yet claim your prize.
Now, if you notice the names here, if you remember back in Wrath of the Lich King, when you fought King Ymran, these were the names he called out during that fight.
Your cries of anguish will echo through eternity. I embrace the abyss. I will take joy in crushing you. My strength fails.
Now, when you take 2 down, the other 2 will end up fighting you at the same time.
Where they failed, we will succeed. You have underestimated. The Aegis of Agramar is yours for the taking.
And once you take the Aegis,
No!
God King Skull
I
shows.
too have proved my worth, Odin. I am God King Skovald. These mortals dare not challenge my claim to the Aegis. The Vanquishers have already taken possession of it, Skovald, as was their right. Your protest comes too late. If these false champions will not yield the Aegis by choice, then they will surrender it in death!
Guy's over dramatic, isn't he? But let's see. God's King Skullball. The Aegis will actually play a part for both parties here. For you, you'll be able to use this to channel, absorbing all attacks in front of you. Now the God King will, when you use the shield, the time to use the shield is when he casts Ragnarok. This will be able to protect your party during that time. Fellblade Rush will charge towards a random player, doing fire damage to all enemies within 10 yards of the charge. Now let's see, the Bearer of the Aegis creates a shield in front of them that takes all damage attacked from the front. Now on Heroic and above, Flame of Woe, while protected by the Aegis, Skullvault summons a Flame of Woe that fixates on a random player and moves towards them, using consuming flames and leaving behind a patch of eternal flames. Savage Blade, he'll lash out the current target, doing physical damage and implying Ragged Slash. If you're not protected with active mitigation, this will happen to you, which makes you take physical damage every 2 for 20 seconds. Now, Skullvault can get the shield during this time, because once you use it during Ragnarok, it can overload. You drop it, and he rushes and gets it for himself.
Burn for me!
Now this is when you use the shield. Because this Ragnarok is actually a pulse damage, so you need to have this active. As you see, the shield overloads. He claims it.
The power is mine!
Now you can't attack him from the front, but you can sure as heck attack him from the back. Now after he uses it, you can grab it again.
All my plans brought to ruin. Most impressive. I never thought I would meet anyone who could match the Valajar's strength. And yet here you stand. There is one final trial that awaits. Me. Should you triumph, I will carve your names in these sacred halls myself and grant you a reward worthy of your valor.
To initiate this fight, all you have to do is talk to Odin and say, let's get it on. Now, Odin... on Mythic, there's certain abilities you need to be aware of. But you just need to burn him down to 80% of his life to win this fight. Now, unworthy, if you're reduced to 1 health, you're removed from the battle until he's defeated or all players are proven unworthy. So basically, you get thrown up into the bleachers. Runic Blend, he'll create a brand on each player that lasts for 12 seconds. Now, as you see these little rune pads here, you need to take that brand to the corresponding rune. Once you do, you'll be branded, which cleanses you of this, increasing your damage and healing by 50 and movement speed. In addition, you're given back to full health. Spears of Light, he creates spears at a target location, inflicting holy damage to all players within 8 yards and causing additional holy damage to all other players. In addition, each of these spears afflicts holy damage to every second to nearby players. Now, on Mythic, when each spear of light is summoned, 3 glowing fragments are expelled. These are little balls of light that erupt, stunning targets if they come in contact, doing holy damage. Shatter spears, he'll shatter all the spears, causing them to go into glowing fragments. All you have to do is dodge these orbs so you don't get hurt. Radiant Tempest is a deadly ability. When he emits this pulse of energy, he does holy damage and knocks all players back within 40 yards. So you need to run out of 40 yards of him to avoid this. Now, Heroic and above, he summons forth Stoneforge Obliterators to assist him. Now, they have Surge, which erupts in a torrent of electrical energy, which inflicts nature damage to all enemies. In addition, every successful cast of this reduces the cast time of the next Surge by 100%. So if you don't kill them fast enough, they're just going to be insta-casting this on you and wipe you pretty easily.
My Valor, may your battles be glorious. It has been ages since I faced a worthy opponent. Let the battle begin!
And there's the Spear of Light and the orbs you need to dodge.
Fight for me, Valor! Fight for glory!
Take him out.
Now,
Yep.
or I will call upon my true power!
This is when you need to haul your butt out of there so you don't get killed by that. And here he'll shout at the spears.
Let us see if your wits are as sharp as your weapons.
As you can see, I have Runic Blend on. Since I ran to the right one, I gained a boost of damage. There we go.
Enough. I yield. You are truly remarkable creatures. As promised, you will have your just reward.
Now you can imagine this back on Legion, on Mythic, because you actually had a quest where you had to do battle with him on Mythic in order to unlock some stuff. So it was a pretty intense fight. But other than that, this has been Astarion from Astarion Gaming, asking you to please hit that like and subscribe button. Also go run over and check out my Twitch channel. Until then, I'll see you all in my next video.